going to talk about that in this live stream. If you're new to my YouTube channel, I really appreciate you coming on. My name's Jonathan. I help people to overcome their anxieties and fears, as well as build their self-confidence and make positive changes in their life, also to live a positive life or to change their life. So if that sounds like something you're interested in learning, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel. I do these regular live streams, regular short YouTube videos, long YouTube videos, monthly events in London, which you're welcome to email me and inquire about and book a place. I also do private one-on-one mentorship. Mostly now I'm doing that on Zoom, and for select, really committed clients, I mentor them in person. So if you're interested in inquiring about mentorship, one-on-one, or coming to an event or any questions, my email address is below this video, this live stream, and pretty much all my videos. So let's get into this live stream. I've made some notes here so I can go over this. So just to give you a little bit of a story about myself, I won't go through my whole story because I've done that before. It's on YouTube, and I'm going to continue to do that. So I want to tell you where the origin of this daily routine came from, how I learned it before I started to teach it to my clients and other people, and share it also on YouTube and all these platforms. So in 2017, I had a mental health breakdown, after having quite a lot of years of being happy in my life and already overcoming a lot of my anxieties from my childhood. So I built a successful business. I got myself a relationship. I made new friends. I helped a lot of people. I did public speaking. I traveled. I really did love the public speaking. I went to events. Now, I overcame so many of my own anxieties, and my big passion from when I was younger was always to help other people. Now, I didn't know in what context or what format I was going to help people in, because, when you're younger, you have a lot of dreams. I had dreams of being a boxer. I had dreams of being an actor and then a footballer. So a lot of these things, they didn't work out in the end, but I tried some of them and I got a lot of confidence from them, especially the boxing, and a lot of gratitude and experience. And for me, I always really enjoyed training and exercising. When I was younger, the first person in my life to teach me and introduce me to training was my dad. My dad worked out a lot growing up. I always saw my dad keeping fit, being in shape. And obviously when you're young, you look up to your dad, or you look up to, other people or adults, etc. And you want to be a little bit like that as well. So I always saw my dad training. He always worked out, he was always in shape. He always did weights, push-ups, sit-ups, shadow boxing, things like that. So my dad first got me to do some dumbbell curls, and I didn't enjoy it, if I'm being honest. When I started, I kind of hated it. I didn't like the stress of it. I didn't like the struggle, and I didn't enjoy it. And he got me doing some press-ups, sit-ups, body weighted squats or weighted squats, and then he got me doing some boxing combinations on his hand. Taught me some of the basics: the jab, the right cross, the uppercut, the hook, how to block, how to go to the body, things like that. So my dad introduced me to some training, and I didn't like it at first, and I kind of didn't really want to do it, but I kind of obviously, I kind of wanted to impress my dad, and I wanted to be strong. So eventually I came back to it and I started to enjoy it. And then obviously, when you're younger growing up, you see other people training, you see other men your age, you see older men training, and then obviously Bruce Lee. I was a big Bruce Lee fan, loved watching the Bruce Lee movies, like probably all kids did. And I also loved Jean-Claude Van Damme movies, Bloodsport, Kickboxer, loved all those films, Arnold Schwarzenegger, The Terminator, and then bodybuilding, then The Karate Kid. Then I absolutely loved the Rocky movies. Actually, my mum was the first person, loved that she done this to me. She introduced me to Rocky. I didn't even know what Rocky was. I didn't even want to watch it. So I'm just open. It's a little bit dark in here. Hold on. Get some nice light in here. It's a lot better, isn't it? I love these blinds. Right. Let's get a bit more light in here. Oh, that's a lot better, isn't it? So my mum introduced me to the Rocky movies, or Rocky, And I remember saying to my mum, I wasn't that interested about watching it, and she said, "No, no, you're going to love it. Watch it. He trains, he runs." Excuse me. And when he's running, like the whole neighborhood follows him. And I started watching Rocky, and I loved it. And one of the things that I always remember, which motivated me and inspired me, was the training. Yes, the boxing was great, but I more resonated with excuse me, I think I've caught a fly. Always does it on the live streams, man. These insects, these flies, I love them. I'm nice to them, but they try and choke me to death. That's why it's good to have water handy. So I really got touched and motivated by Rocky's story, because I felt the same. He didn't feel good enough growing up. He was the underdog. He was poor. People made fun of him. He was socially a little bit, in the movie, portrayed as a bit socially awkward. I was the same. So I related a lot to the story. I saw a lot of myself in that story. I'm sure many people did. I know that they did. So I like the idea of not having confidence. Well, I didn't like the idea of not having confidence, but I like the idea that someone that doesn't have confidence, discipline, and they don't have a daily routine, which we're going to touch on today, and everybody's put them down growing up. They've been bullied. They've been kind of looked down by a lot of society. They've been ruled out. They've been written off as not good enough, stereotyped. That's, it spoke to me. But someone can come back from that with faith, with believing in God, goodness, working hard, getting the right mentors. Rocky had a daily routine, and by training and exercising, a person can build up their mental strength, their confidence, their self-esteem, their skills, their capabilities, and they can enjoy their life and achieve their goals. Not just achieve their goals for themselves, but also achieve their goals of helping other people, being a better example, a better person. So all those things spoke to me. And back to what I said, having a daily routine really does connect on a lot of the things that I've just spoken about. Precious memories that I had with my dad introducing me to exercising and training, my mum introducing me to the Rocky movies, getting inspired by Rocky, me discovering obviously the community that was around me, friends, people at school, people on television. So training and exercising has become something that I've loved, since a kid. So I started to enjoy training, and I continue to do it, and my confidence got better. And of course, training is a routine that you can build, that you can do, just like we're going to talk about today. So, tip to get in this live stream straight away: any of you out there who want to build more confidence in your life, you want to have discipline, accountability, stress management, time management, all the things that you need. And I know that sometimes when I go through these things and you say them, a lot of people might get anxious and stressed out because they think, oh, that's so many things and I'm not good enough, I can't do all that. But you can do it. And that's what we're going to talk about today. It's changing those beliefs that you can't do it, that you're not good enough, that you can't handle the stress of it. And that's what a daily routine will help you to do. It helps you to build confidence. Lots of things I've written down. It helps with many things. So confidence, it helps with self-motivation, stress management, time management, accountability, positive attitude, all these areas. It will give you all the tools that you need and deserve to change your life. Because I've realized this recently from realizing it. A lot of people out there are obviously not happy in their life and they want to change something. Something's not working for them, or it's everything. But in order to change something in your life that you're not happy about, you need confidence to do that. And in order to build the confidence that you need and you deserve to make the change in your life that you want to make, you need discipline. You can't build confidence without routine, without support, without discipline. Now, all those things, we're going to go back onto motivation. I do not agree with anybody when people say that motivation is rubbish, or it's not good, or it doesn't work. I don't agree on that. That is, for me, that is insanity. It does work. Motivation is so important. Without motivation, you won't get out of bed and go to work. So motivation is important. Maybe some people don't understand how to apply motivation. Self-motivation is important. The whole Rocky films were based on motivation. When I watched those movies, it motivated me to be a better person in my life. So motivation is important. But again, you have to learn how to motivate yourself and how to make it work. So I've said before, a lot of the times, people read books and the information, most of the time, not all the time, but most of the time it's correct. And people watch videos online like this from mentors and teachers like myself and therapists and, people that build confidence and mental health. They watch a lot of these videos and the advice is actually truthful and it's correct and it works. But people fail to apply the advice, and what generally people do, it's a knee-jerk reaction. They blame the teachers. They blame the method. They say, oh, that teacher's, it didn't work. It's a scam, or it's fraudulent, or they didn't get me what they promised, or I read the books. But you have to realize it's worked for so many people, and it's worked for the teacher teaching it. So sometimes you've got to take responsibility and say, actually, is that true? Is it really that it hasn't worked, or is it a case that I wasn't consistent with it? I gave up too easily or too early, or I didn't get the extra help and support, or I was too judgmental on myself. I didn't give it time. So these things are important, and I will say as well, obviously, my teaching is not going to resonate with everybody, because some people are just not going to like me. There's nothing I can do about that. That's life. They're not going to like me. They're not going to resonate with me, and they're going to find a teacher that they like, they resonate with, and it's going to work for them. And I'm actually happy about that, because there's lots of teachers out there, and I'm not going to resonate with all of them. But it doesn't mean what they're teaching doesn't work. It's just that I might not trust them. I might not be able to connect with them on our personalities, and maybe our values might be slightly different. So it is important, obviously, that you find a therapy that works for you, that you find a teacher that works for you, and you also learn how to apply the information. And again, the daily routine that I teach and give my clients and I practice in my own life, it works on all these different areas, with confidence, with time management, with stress management, with accountability, with having a positive mindset, with not fearing what other people think, because you're always going to get people that are going to be ignorant, or they're going to be nasty, and you have to learn how to build the mental resolve to not be affected by that. And a lot of people that I mentor, of course, have been affected by bullying growing up, and I was affected in my earlier life by bullying. Then I overcame it with a daily routine, with confidence, with exercise, with training, accountability, setting goals, public speaking, working on becoming a better person, etc. So the value and the benefits of having a daily routine are pretty life-changing if you're consistent. We'll get into that in a second. So yes, title of this live stream, having a daily routine helps with anxiety recovery, number one. Number two, having a daily routine helps you to build self-confidence in yourself, confidence and self-esteem, number two. And number three, having a daily routine gets you from a negative place mentally into a positive place mentally, providing you're consistent. Obviously, again, like I said, if you're not consistent, it's a bit like this, right? Exercising and dieting works. It does work. It's a science. I believe it's a gift. But many people fail at it, and they blame exercise and diet. But it's not the diet, it's not the exercise, it's them. Because what you've got to ask yourself is, how comes it's worked for me? Why has it worked for millions and millions of men and women? And it's a proven science. So people fail sometimes, and I understand it's not easy. We're not saying that these things are easy, which is why you need help and support. I always say, when you've got daily routine, when you've got community and help and support, it lightens the stress and the challenge, and it enables you to succeed, or anyone to succeed, with changing their life, recovering from anxiety and building confidence. And they're kind of three areas that I want to focus on today. Key words: anxiety recovery, building confidence, and changing your life. Because these are the things that I'm passionate about. These are the things that I help other people to do and to succeed and change in their life, because they're important things that you need to enjoy your life more, to appreciate life more, to be kinder to other people, you know, to be of better service to others, and just to enjoy daily life anyway. Good to see you, Timmy. Excuse me, I'm just going through some of my notes here. What we got here? Okay. Excuse me. I think I've swallowed that fly. Got to digest it. Oh, it tastes good. I'm only joking. What I've also done, if you go beneath this video, when some of you have got time, I've written out an example of my daily routine to give you an idea of how you can create one, and you can create obviously a routine that's going to suit you, because not everybody's daily life is the same, but the principles of creating a daily routine and having a daily routine is exactly the same, and anyone can do it. I would just want to make a point of saying, because I have, you know, where I go to my gym, there's a lot of nice people. There's a little community, and I speak to a lot of people at the gym. And you know, when people ask me about my training, or you know, which is nice, if they compliment me on my enthusiasm for training, my consistency, or whatever, I always share with them how I achieve it, and I explain the daily routine, or other people, I compliment them on their consistency. So the daily routine is for everyone. It's not just for people that have got an anxiety disorder, or who've got depression, or who are struggling with their confidence at the moment, or who are not happy in their life and they want to change their life. No, the daily routine works for everyone, wherever they're at in their life. And I just want to explain this. So if you're happy in your life, which you're fortunate right now, because many people are not happy in their life, that's the reality, some are, but if you're happy in your life right now, and you want to increase the chances of things staying that way, obviously things can always change, even when you're positive and you're confident, you've got a routine. I can touch on that in another video perhaps. So let's say that things are going really well in your life. I've been there, it's lovely. My clients have been, I hope a lot of you have, where things are just going really well. Financially, things are going well, mental health's good, you know, your dieting, your training, your relationships, your friendships, your family, you're just happy in yourself, brilliant. But if you want to maintain that and not run the risk of getting bored or lacking gratitude, then having a daily routine would be really important. And I'm going to go into what that is in a second and explain that, the simplicity. I'm sure clues in the title. And for people of all ages, I mean, I spoke to a guy yesterday. He's married, he's got a family. He's 73 years of age. I couldn't believe, I thought he was younger than that. I thought he was in his late 50s or maybe 60. And he told me his story, which was amazing. And, you know, we just had a nice chat. We spoke about faith. We spoke about Manny Pacquiao, because he's from the Philippines and I love Manny Pacquiao. We spoke about life. He told me that he had overcome cancer, which I thought was inspiring. He'd been through a lot. He talked about, you know, he likes being kind to people, helping other people out. I said, I really agree. Now, I wish more people had that attitude today. Unfortunately, not everybody does. And he's 73 years of age, and, you know, he's in great shape. Why? Because he's got a daily routine. He works out most days. And, you know, and he does a daily routine. He prays every day. He goes to the gym, he works out. Obviously, he's got his family that he's seeing. He's got a business that he runs. So he's in a routine. He has a daily routine. He has a routine of praying every day, which works for him. I pray and works for me. He has a routine of going to the gym. So many people do have it. Some people don't realize they've got a daily routine. Some people don't have one and they're missing out, which is why I'm doing this live stream to help people. and other people need to get a mentor, need to book a mentoring session with myself or a therapist, someone to help them to create a daily routine and give them help and support to actually go and live it and apply it. Like I said, application is really important. Many people read a lot of books. They get a lot of good information. They go online, they watch a lot of YouTube videos, they watch the podcast shows. They might go to they go and do a seminar, they might do courses. They get all this great information, which is very, very good, from teachers, from mentors, from therapists, from friends, from family, and a lot as well from their own life experiences. But they fail to apply the information. Why is that? Well, because of fear and anxiety. It's always fear, it's always anxiety, stress, procrastination, the fear of what others think, the fear of failing, the fear of responsibility. And that's where a big part of my mentorship comes in. Because all the clients that I work with over the years are intelligent people. They have a lot of information, but a lot of the times they're failing to have the courage and the discipline to have a daily routine and practice these habits and behaviors, these values and mindsets that help a person to create a life that they want, or to enjoy their life more. It's kind of all the same, or to appreciate the life that they've got. There's many people out there that they've got a lot of money. They're fortunate to be financially secure. They've got a lot of money. They've got a partner. They've got a life partner. They're married. They've got families. They've got cars, houses. They've got nice clothes. They if they're fortunate, they're great looking. Not that I think that's the most important in life, but let's just say that's the case. So they've got all the things that most people would think, wow, I wish I had that. That's amazing. Wealthy, good looking, healthy, people that love them, but they're not happy in their life. They're miserable. They are empty. They're not fulfilled. And the reason for that is, well, some of the reasons, I don't know all the answers to the deepest questions in life, but I know some. It's because they're not grateful, and they don't know how to be grateful. They lack gratitude, and that's where a lot of times they need my mentorship or someone else's to teach them how to find gratitude when you've got a lot in life and when you don't have a lot. Because I've been able to do that successfully now, thank God. I'm not saying I did all that on my own. My faith helps me to do that, most of it. Friends, family, learning from my own insecurities, therapy as well, having therapy myself. I've learned how to do that. The daily routine teaches anybody of any background, of any age, any life predicament, how to find gratitude in life. Because when you have a daily routine, it forces you or inspires you, even if you're not in the mood, to find something each and every day, even if it's just for 1 hour. 1 hour. Most people are not happy for 24 hours of the day. I'm not happy to say that, and I want things to change, which is why I do the work that I do and try and live the life that I live. I'm doing pretty good so far, but that's the reality. Most people are not happy every minute of every day because they don't know how to. They've been in a habit for so long of complaining, of getting angry, of always being resentful. I understand it's not easy for us people, human. Stress, worry, fear of losing what they've got, fear of still not being good enough, even though they've got all the things that most people would aspire to have, but they don't have the discipline or the know-how to find gratitude. They don't know how to do it. So they need help, unless they want to stay in that place and continue. Obviously, that's their right if they want to do that. It's anybody's right. So having a daily routine and simplifying life, at some point you're going to go, hang on a minute. At some point, even if you're struggling, keep going. There's nothing wrong with struggling. We all struggle, technically. We all struggle. Even when things are going well. I've had clients still struggling, and I've struggled at times as well, because we fear that we're going to lose it, it's going to be taken away, or it's too good to be true. So, when you've got a daily routine, it stops overthinking, because chronic overthinking, is what causes people to not be grateful, because they're going to focus on things that are making them ungrateful, or just getting into those spaces where people could not be anxious, they can not be overthinking, but they're just sort of going, I've got all the things that I wanted in life, or things that a lot of people say I'm so lucky, but I don't feel very peaceful in my life. I don't really feel good about myself, or I'm not as feeling good as I thought I would. You see it now online. Millions you see it. It doesn't surprise me, but it surprises some people. I think that's because of what I've been through in my life. And I say that with, with respect. But you see a lot of people online, they're very famous. They've got millions. They've achieved a lot, but they're not fulfilled. They're kind of like lost in their life. And now they're trying to figure out what is the next step. Like something's missing in their life. And I think what's missing, I can't say I know everything because I don't know everything. No one does. But what I would say is missing from their life is they don't have gratitude, or they've forgotten. Maybe they had it, but they've forgotten it. And of course, gratitude is habit. It can be a habit. For some people, it comes more natural. Some people are naturally, by personality, by their upbringing, by their values, or by their faith, or by the way that they see things, by their perspective on life, they're just naturally more grateful. Whereas some people are naturally, their disposition is quite ungrateful, quite pessimistic, quite negative. And that can be for reasons that are not their fault. It could also be, some of it can be down to them. They're not taking responsibility and needing some help and support. So we all need help and support to have more gratitude in life. And it's quite interesting how I started this live stream talking about, confidence and the importance of having a routine and getting help and support that people need and getting over anxiety. And now I've arrived at a great place, which is gratitude, which is the most important. I'm still learning now, as obviously I'm on my own journey in life, living life each day, and also in my career, mentoring and helping other people. So gratitude is a great place to arrive at and to practice every day, because obviously if someone says to me, or if I say, well, I've mastered gratitude, I'll be like, well, that's awesome. But that's great if you've done that. But is that true though? Because with all things that we practice, we've got to keep practicing them, because I think I'm really good at gratitude, but of course tomorrow I may not be good at gratitude because I'm human and I can have a bad day, or I can get anxiety or stress, or a challenge can come in unexpectedly and that can interrupt. So gratitude is a daily discipline from my point of view. The same with faith. If someone tells me that they're a person of faith, I always really respect that, because I am. Whatever faith people are, right, I respect that. But if that means a lot to someone, and I respect that a lot, and it makes them a better person, which I love, and they are good to other people, and it gives them joy and faith and peace in their life and stability and hope, then that's really good. But of course, with strengthening faith, that's why people pray regularly. You can't just pray once. I mean, you can, but you can't pray once every 30 years and expect to really see results with your faith to strengthen it, unless you have got such a solid faith, which I'm just going to go 10 out of 10, amazing, I'm brilliant, keep going. But most people, it's not like that. And it's been the same for me on all my journey in life. With faith, is something that I have to continue working at. With fitness and dieting, it's something that I've got to keep working at. With confidence, it's something that I have to continue working at. With my own confidence, and to install confidence in my clients and other people. So that's where daily routine comes in, and that's why I love it and I'm so passionate about it, because something so simple can be so fantastic. It can be so helpful for people. So yes. Right, where are we now? Okay, so how to make a daily routine right now. As you can see, there's two ways you can do it. Well, maybe there's a couple more, but there's two main ways. I still like the old-fashioned way, guys and girls. I do like getting paper and writing things down, but maybe some of you wouldn't enjoy that. But I also write in my phone. So get a piece of paper and a pen, or get your phone ready, and start to write your daily routine down. Now, to give you an outline, I've done it below this video, but I'll go through with it now, and some of you can get questions if you want. So obviously, I would say there is a framework for everyone. So for me, a daily routine would consist of, again, you can do this in any order, but let me just give you an order now to give you an idea. So number one would be when you wake up in the morning to make the bed, clean the apartment. So that would be kind of the first thing that I do, and I would get clients to do, and any of you to practice. So number one would be, cleaning, which I really do appreciate my mum for that, and my dad, my mum, my dad, my nan, because they were great at that, and they kind of installed that in me. So cleaning makes you feel good. If you've got a clean apartment and you clean your house or wherever you live, I don't care where you live. If you're couch surfing, you're in an Airbnb, you've got a mansion, you've got a bed sit, you're living at your you're at uni. I don't care about that. Doesn't make a difference. What's important is that you get in habit of cleaning, self-respect, and it's good for your confidence, your mental health, your gratitude, little things like that. So that would be number one on a daily routine. Number two, obviously, having a shower, putting on clean clothes. That's kind of goes without saying, but we'll put that in kind of in the same box. So, clean the apartment before you leave the house, gets you in a good mindset. It's good practice anyway. The next one would be going to the gym, exercising. If you want to recover from anxiety, stress, and for those of you that don't have anxiety but you're not happy in life, this is the same for you. You want to build confidence, or you want to achieve your goals in life, you've got to exercise. It's been proven. And, doctors, science, I'm a big believer. I think it's a gift from God. But anyway, all the different sources that have been tested and proven all recommend that. For whether whether you're depressed or not. So because someone's got depression and anxiety, I know it's not always easy, but it would be very, very helpful at some point if that person could start going to the gym. Excuse me. It would be really helpful, because exercising helps with anxiety and depression 100%, and I've done it for myself. It's also good for self-confidence. So exercising would be on your daily routine. I'll put that down. Obviously, find a routine that works for you. Everybody's different, because everybody, enjoys different routines, but the principle's the same. So get in the habit of cleaning your apartment every day, working out most days. Obviously, rest is important. I wouldn't recommend someone training 7 days a week continuously. That wouldn't be intelligent. At some point, you have a couple of rest days, and I'll touch on that more in another video. That's important too. I tell my clients about that. So you'd have exercise there, you'd have clean your apartment. Number three is eating a healthier diet. I know this is a challenging one. I'm not going to go into it too much now. I do a lot of videos daily. I share my own journey on Instagram. You can follow on healthy eating and on this YouTube channel. But eating a healthier diet, even if you continue to eat the unhealthy foods that you're eating, is so important for mental health, anxiety recovery, confidence building, gratitude, all those things, because if you go to the gym regularly and work out, which is great, but you don't eat healthy, then you're wasting your time, if I'm being honest. I mean, it's better than nothing. Of course, it would be, if someone's not eating any healthy food, but they go and work out in the gym, yes, that's better than someone not working out at all. But you are kind of defeating the whole object of, confidence, healthy living, and achieving goals and discipline. So just without putting pressure is always important. I say this to everybody, myself, clients. You've got to be patient with yourself. You've got to not be judgmental to an unhealthy degree. And you've got to encourage yourself one day at a time with everything, with the daily routine, with your anxiety recovery, with building confidence. None of us are perfect. It is challenging changing your life. It's not easy for everyone, including me. It takes time, it takes effort, it takes support, it takes community. So you have to also allow yourself to be human and to enjoy it, and to forgive yourself on days where you don't eat healthy, you don't make it to the gym, you don't clean your apartment, because these are things that obviously they're a habit that take time. So you've got to realize it's going to take time. You're going to need some support. No one can do it all on their own. But if you apply these things and you accept these things, you're going to get there in the end, and you're going to make progress each and every day. one tip that I recommend all of you do: take an hour out of every day just to reflect on little bits of progress that you're making, whether you're doing that with me, your therapist, your mentor, your group, your friends, or on your own. Journaling is important. Another thing that goes on to the daily routine. So we've got cleaning, we've got exercising, we've got dieting, and we've got journaling. Now, I do journaling in my own journey because I enjoy it. It's good therapy for me. It helps me to design my business, things like this, and I get my clients to do it. It's a really good practice. I remember my nan saying it years ago, that the doctor told my nan to do that. If she got stressed or worried about things or needed to get things done, make a list. What are we doing today? We're journaling as we're going along. So it's really simple, these things. I want to keep saying it. I might say it 10 times. It's really simple, this stuff. It's not complicated. It's not rocket science, but it is difficult. It's challenging at the start to build the habit of doing it consistently. But that's where getting support like this platform helps you. So everyone can do it. Having a daily routine, building confidence, recovering from anxiety, making a change in your life, being a better person. It's not complicated. It isn't. It's not something that you've never heard of before. It's a set of habits. It's having a routine. It's having the right means of support. It's setting goals, short and long term. And then every single day, we can only do one day at a time. I've never met, please tell me if you've met someone. I've never met anyone yet on this planet who can do more than one day at a time. If anyone can do that, then I want to know what planet you're from. Because on this planet, we can only do one day at a time, 24 hours a day. So we take one day at a time, and it's not 24 hours a day, a couple of hours each day to practice our daily routine. Right, so we're getting somewhere today. Now the next thing I put is career, work, business, same category. Now, those of you that are not working, don't stress. The routine helps for that. So if you're not employed, you want to get back to work, I've been there. My story can help you. I've been unemployed many times in my life. I'm not embarrassed about it. I'm not ashamed about it. I used to be. And these are the things that got me back to work again at many stages of my life. So don't beat yourself down. Listen to my story. Take some strength from it. Having a daily routine will give you the strength, the confidence, the know-how, the motivation. Getting support will get you back to work. If you are at work and you don't enjoy your job, you're not happy at work, it stresses you out, you find it hard to get along with the people, your boss stresses you out, or you want to change your job, a daily routine will help you to do all those things. It will help you to manage the stress, maybe change your attitude at work. Sometimes we have to change our attitude because other people are not going to change. But if we change, then it's like, oh, you know what? This person is kind of easier to be around. Oh, that's strange. They used to stress me out. They used to trigger me. They used to make me angry. I used to think they were selfish, or I didn't feel good around them. But when you change, when you get positive, when you get fit, sometimes it's easier, and that's not a bad thing. That's a good thing. For business people, entrepreneurs who struggle, my clients do at times, we all do, with creativity, managing a business, getting clients, making money, helping clients, dealing with their stresses. A daily routine helps with all this, with creativity. So write it down on your list. I do it on my list because obviously we've all got lives to live. We've got to make a living. We go to work. Unless we can't work because we've got a mental health problem, which I'm really, really compassionate about because I've been through mental health and been there. So you can still live a great life if you have any sort of disability. You're still valuable and you mean a lot to me and everybody. So you can still have a daily routine and you can do other things in your life, if that makes sense. So career is important. If you're working, you're going to put a certain amount of time into your career. You go to work or you work for a company, whatever job you do, it's important to put that down in your daily routine. Next thing is our relationships, people, our friends, our family, our colleagues, our clients, our community. That goes down. We want time management. We want to delegate a certain amount of time to have some quality time with our friends and family. A lot of people struggle with boundaries or with timekeeping, and they'll say things like, I love my family very much, but I never really make the time to see them, and I feel guilty about that, or I feel stressed about that, or pressured. I understand. I felt that. We've all felt like that. We're all human. So writing down in your daily routine, relationships, people, and delegating some time, making some time to see family, friends, and of course, man, it's so important. In my personal life, I have to, clients, friends, making time for yourself. We all need time alone. We need space. It's not personal. We need time on our own to recover, to rest, to enjoy our life too. So getting that balance right is important, and having a daily routine can help you to achieve that. And then you've got to see, getting these, even me writing these things down now, it really helps me to teach this mentoring session today. Because if I don't, then I can forget things and get overwhelmed or start overthinking, lose concentration. So a daily routine helps people to improve focus, concentration, and to reduce overwhelm, anxiety, procrastination, and all those things. So it does that as well. So you've got that. What else is there? You've got hobbies and interests. I'm sure all of you, everyone's got hobbies and interests, things that you enjoy. It could be, I can't think of all of them, but let's say, for example, some of you enjoy singing, playing the guitar, or making YouTube videos, or photography, or you like looking after animals, or charity, or learning a language. These are all beautiful things. These are all really positive things. Put that down on your daily routine, because if you haven't been doing that because you're scared to do that, or you've been stressed, or you forget, sometimes we forget. So if you make a note of that, you go, right, I've got a to-do list. So a daily routine is also a to-do list for people. Sometimes I do it, right? I've got to pay my rent, I've got to do the washing, I've got to go to a meeting, I've got a doctor's appointment, I've got to meet a client today. Make a list. Getting in the habit of writing down, or putting it in your phone. Sorry, need some more water. Getting in the habit of making a to-do list is a daily routine. That is part of it, so basically, to summarize it, it's that simple. And then you get more done. What happens, everyone? When we make a list of things that we want to do, and we make a promise to ourselves to do those things with our daily routine, when we actually do those things and we go, right, because I do this every day, I do this in my own life, I get my clients to do it. So I write my routine list out of what I'm going to do. Some of it I already memorize it, I don't need to write out. The stuff that I need to write out, when I complete it, I cross it off. So I said today, I want to make a live stream. At least one live stream today. I've got a busy day today, but I want to give a lot of value. I want to help a lot of you. I want to get this information out to help more people. So I wrote that down this morning. I got up. My routine is, again, what I've spoke about. I clean my apartment. I go for a coffee. I do my praying usually a bit later on, but I say thanks in the morning. And I cross it off. And when you cross off, you feel good. Your confidence goes up. Your mindset's stronger. You're more accountable, you're more reliable, and you want to share more with people. So writing a daily routine down and then actually doing it and crossing it off gives you confidence. It reduces anxiety. Simple stuff. I love this stuff. I love talking about it when I'm when I feel good. I like teaching it and I like applying it. Number one is because it's so simple, anyone can do it. Number two, it gives you confidence, which is great. Number three, it makes you have a great day, which is wonderful. And number four, it really starts to make you believe in yourself, which is wonderful. And number five, you learn a lot about yourself, and you keep learning. The learning never ends. And number four, you can help other people. And number five, you can start to eradicate a lot of the behaviors which are dysfunctional, self-defeating, self-sabotaging, negative, and stuff, maybe a lot of behaviors in the past that a lot of people have had, maybe some of you have had, that have made you feel that you've let yourself down, even though that might not be the case. You get to succeed and change those behaviors. So you get to improve your thinking, your behaviors, and your response to stuff that triggers you. All these things, it helps. So I'm going to go over a few affirmations again. A daily routine helps people to live a positive lifestyle. That's one explanation, which is true. A daily routine helps people to appreciate their lives, whatever they've got, even if they don't have much in their life, but it will help. It will ease the pain of that if people are consistent. And I want to say that as well. If you're not consistent at the daily routine, then you're not going to get the benefits that I'm getting, that my clients are, that many people around the world are, people that follow me on this platform and other people. You will not get those benefits because you're not sticking to it. Like anything, if you don't stick to therapy, then you're not going to get the benefits of therapy. If you don't stick to my mentorship, you're not going to get the benefits. If you don't stick to your own goals, you're not going to gain the progress. So make sure, all of you, that you're getting the right help and support that you deserve, and that is available. It's available. You're getting it right now, that you need to support yourself. And I always say that support from mentors and teachers or friends and family or community, it doesn't have to be for life. People sometimes get fearful and think, oh, I can't afford coaching forever or mentorship or therapy, or I don't want to be, in that relationship forever. Well, you don't have to be. In my point of view, I don't think it should be for life. I think it should be for a short amount of time, or a certain amount of time, whether that's 1 year, that's a 3-month course, 6 weeks, in some cases maybe 2 years, but it shouldn't be forever. It should be for the right amount of time that is correct for you and the person obviously working with you, to a point where you're strong for yourself. You no longer need a mentor or someone to help you, support you. That's kind of the whole point. That's the whole point of the you watch the movie The Karate Kid or Rocky, and yes, there are some cases, which is a beautiful thing, where the student develops a lifelong relationship with a mentor, but that's not always the case. And for me personally, that wouldn't work for me, but everybody's different. So it's a short amount of time. And courses that I've done, I've had therapy. I've actually got a therapist now to help me, because everybody needs at some point help and support. I need help and support to deal with the stresses, the anxieties that I deal with, because I'm always obviously running a business and I'm coaching, mentoring people, giving therapy. So having the help and support is such a smart thing, and it's clever, and it's not a weakness, it's a strength. So teachers, coaches, therapists need therapy at some point, because we can't do everything on our own forever. We need some support, which is why support is so important. One of the most important things that I've learned from today's talk, from going over it, is gratitude, support from other people, and consistency. And if you've got all these things, and I wrote down 3 important things. It's in the bottom of this video. When you've got routine, when you've got community and support, you've got all the tools to change your life, whether that's overcoming an anxiety disorder, that's building confidence, it's overcoming, they're all you need all these things. They all go in the same category. Like I said, if someone says to me that I want to change my life, obviously that's great, and I'm like, you can do that. But I already know that, well, if they want to change their life, they're going to have to overcome lots of their anxieties, which they can. And if they're going to change their life, then they're going to have to improve their confidence, because if they don't, it won't be possible. You can't change your life without lowering anxiety or overcoming or recovering. All are appropriate at some point in time for the person. You can't change your life if you don't do that. And when I started out on my journey, I couldn't change my life until I recovered from my anxiety and my anxieties at that time, and I built my confidence up. Once I started to gain more confidence, my anxiety started to go down, and then my life changed as a consequence. So if you really want to change your life and you want to increase your chances, because obviously no one can give you 100% certainty, because life isn't certain every single day. But if you want to increase your chances of changing your life, and you want to increase your chances of building your confidence, then you've got to do these things that I've gone over today. And also, if someone said to me, well, Jonathan, I'm not happy in my life, I want to change my career. I don't enjoy my job anymore. I'd be like, well, that's great. You can do that. But you're not going to do that without discipline, without accountability, without time management, without building your confidence, without getting your anxieties down, without stress management, without help and support. If you don't learn these things and do these things, you're going to stay stuck. It's not possible. So I really like to explain to people all the ingredients that they need. I like to touch on keywords because I like these words. They're important. Words like confidence, self-motivation, accountability, goal setting, daily routine, support, faith. What else is there? Self-discipline, because of course someone can't motivate you 24 hours a day. I can't do that. I mean, my videos can do that obviously, but I can't be with anyone for 24 hours of any day. No one can. So of course, if you're getting motivated from watching my stuff, which I really do appreciate it a lot, you've got to also learn how to motivate you. The same way Les Brown, amazing human being. Les Brown motivated me in my 20s when I was struggling with all these things: anxiety, depression, suicidal thoughts, panic attacks, low confidence, lack of discipline. He motivated me for a long time. I couldn't do it without Les Brown's help and my faith. Couldn't do it. Again, help, support. But eventually, once I learned how to motivate myself from learning from Les Brown, I didn't need Les Brown to motivate me all the time. And obviously he couldn't. He couldn't. And that was wonderful. So people teach you how to teach yourself. Mentors do that. Doctors do that, therapists. And I like to explain that because it gives me great gratitude, and it feels really good to explain it and share that with people and give people the education. So education is important, really important. And that's one of the things that I've actually learned today that's important to me and important for me to share this with others, and hopefully it'll be important to you to educate more people. Because when people are not educated, they don't get motivated because they don't understand the value of it. So I like to educate people on the value of my mentorship, what it is, how it works, and how it can benefit them if they're committed and they want to do it. And also I like to explain to people the value of them going and getting a therapist or a teacher, because as I said, I can't possibly coach every single one of you. I haven't got the time to do that and the resources. But you can also, there's help out there. I'm really good. Thank you for joining this live stream. You're welcome. If you're new, I really appreciate you coming on because we've got regular followers. And if you did just come onto this live stream, you've read the title, and that's what I've been teaching and supporting and helping all of you today on this live stream. You can watch this back if you've got the patience, because I've been talking now almost non-stop for almost an hour and I'm getting a bit out of breath. So I'm going to do some mindfulness and breathing, because I'm sure none of you don't want me to pass out and faint. I'm sure none of you don't. I'm sure maybe some of you want that. That might be entertaining. So yeah. How you doing, Timmy? You all right? I hope you're doing good. Sorry, Timmy, I didn't get your question there, mate. I'm sorry about that. I was deep in flow there, and I was doing the talk. So I used to go to this cheap gym. Oh, I love cheap gyms. I appreciate any gym. That's I might have to do a video on that. Oh, you're never short for a humour. So, yeah, hopefully today people will not put pressure. I want to say that again. This is happening at the moment, that I'm working with clients at the moment. One of the challenges with my clients, and this is a challenge for everybody, and we can get it right. And I've had this as a challenge in my life as well. And my therapy has helped me to get better with this, right? Which is great. People feel very, very frightened at times, very anxious, very overwhelmed and stressed to learn things, because people fear looking stupid, failing, not being able to do it, or that if they do try and learn the information from me, from a mentor or their therapist or a YouTube video, that it might trigger them. And I'm saying You can eradicate that fear and that anxiety by practicing calming down and taking the pressure off of yourself. And how can I explain this? I'm just trying to find the right word. This really helps me, helps my clients. Okay, how do I explain this? Right. The best way I could explain this now is if you feel really stressed right now and you're overwhelmed by the things I'm saying, or to learn the things that you need to learn, the habits, the goals, go for a walk in the park, come off social media, stop watching my videos for a while, stop reading books for a second, come away, get some time on your own, go to the park for an hour and let yourself calm down. That's the solution. Sure. So Ams Tilly has got a question relating to anxiety, but the anxiety is about a person. Yeah, sure. Go for it. Ask me the question. I'll do the best I can to answer. Don't be worried. And if I can't answer your question, then I'll say to you that I don't have the answer, but recommend you continuing. But maybe I've got the answer. So ask me, and I'll try and answer your question. So yeah, if any of you are stressed out, if you're worried about anything, if you're worried about someone who's got anxiety in your family, friends, sorry, this battery's really low, by the way. So we're going to round this up soon. I will do more live streams, and I'll try and get to your question now, Ams. If I don't, you can send me an email, or I'll answer in another stream. So, okay. Okay, so in that situation, well, I think the best thing to do in that situation, as you said, is to get help and support. That would be the best thing to do, because that's a difficult situation to be in. But I'll give you the strength that when we're worried about things a lot of the times, the idea in our head is far worse than the reality. So, of course you don't want those things to happen, but I would say you speak to your family, and you probably are better. You probably are better off reporting it to the police. So that would be my advice, to take your own advice, and get that support you need. And that would be advice for anyone who's worried or frightened about someone else, is to report it to the police, or get help and support from friends and family. And when you get that support from someone, it always lessens the fear and eventually takes it away, because you're not on your own, you're not dealing with it. So that would be my advice. So we're going to round this stream up today, because I said I'd do about an hour. I've got a lot to do today, and the battery's going to run out. So I'd recommend people watching this stream creating a daily routine and just starting to practice one step at a time. Obviously, as I said, don't put pressure on yourself, because I've been doing this routine now for quite a few years, and clients. So don't compare yourself to others, and just take one day at a time, and just get into a habit of having a routine of the things that I've went over today. And you'll start to see, you'll get mentally stronger, you'll have more confidence, and you'll enjoy your life more, right? Appreciate all of you coming on, appreciate the support. I'll speak to you soon in my next YouTube videos, live streams, and as always, keep going and enjoy your day today, all right? Appreciate it, speak to you soon.